And then,
Yeah, we're all good. Hey guys, we're back. Doing another run here, except Rahim, the OG, is going to help us out here.
Yeah.
He's going to show us how to actually play and, not fall off the boat when we're taking off, not get hit by other planes with our wings cut off.
Yeah, so
that might still happen.
That might still happen.
So on this episode,
you're going to show us how it's done. Exactly. Yeah.
It's Nate, Rahim, and I again.
Yeah.
And Rahim's shown us his War Thunder account and all the crazy toys that he's got. So what are you playing? Okay, so we're Russia again.
Yeah, we're Russia again.
And this is a version of what Nate was playing, right?
Yeah, it's almost the same planes, except I think I have a couple more reserve planes unlocked, and then one really slow bomber.
Oh, really? Okay.
Very slow.
So can you, in this battle, are you going to be able to play as fighters and the bomber in the same battle?
Yeah, since it's in arcade mode.
Nice. Now, if you were doing it in realistic mode,
I pick one
you pick
plane,
one, and you get the one.
Yep, and one life essentially.
And it does not respawn.
Okay. And you couldn't can you do? I guess that's so in any mode, is it possible to because you have a runway on the map?
Yeah.
Can you land at the runway, switch planes, and then without having to die?
Not switch planes necessarily.
Okay.
You can change your loadout. Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure about the utility because you could just run over to the next hangar over and get your other plane out.
No, okay. But I think in realistic mode and arcade mode, you have to worry about fuel.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have an oil leak, can you go get that fixed at a...
Yeah.
Okay.
After 3,000 miles, yeah.
The usual issue with the oil leak is that as the oil's leaking out, your temperature goes up. Same with water leaking out.
Yeah, so you don't have a ton of time.
So you don't, you might have to really nurse the plane back.
Okay.
So is it a decision people make at some point, they have enough reserve planes that they don't worry about trying to...
Yeah, at least in arcade. In realistic, you want to do everything you can.
Yeah, because you only get the one.
Yep. So on this one, I'm running stealth bullets, so there really won't be any flashes going forward, just flash from the gun.
So if you're trying to get someone from far away, they're not going to know
who you are.
I noticed that as soon as we were firing on people, they kind of knew right away.
And for the heck of it, I have little bombs on there.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they do, the thing with bombs is they do impede your ability to fly a little bit because you're more drag, more weight. So you would definitely want to make that trade in your head.
Is every air battle essentially the same goals? Destroy the ground forces?
To a degree. Okay. As you get higher up in the tiers, instead of being ground units, it'll be actual bases you gotta go bomb.
Gotcha.
You'll actually have bombers that can handle that.
That's cool. And at some point, if you have enough friends playing, you can set up your own squad and actually work with.
So you can do a squad of 4 people each. So when my friend Kevin and I would play, or Marcus or some other friends, we'll just squad up and be a two-man squad and then go fly around trying to coordinate attacks.
That's cool.
Multiplayer games are notorious for the random squads being kind of garbage.
Yeah.
And you turn off voice chat, you mute it because it's...
Yeah.
Is it the same thing here? Or?
Essentially.
It's a bunch of people.
If I have a random squad, I don't really pay attention to them.
It's a bunch of people who are somehow fornicated with you.
Oh, okay, so how do you get that cross? That's huge, right?
That's the bomb.
Oh, that's the bomb.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
That's cool. Because you have bombs equipped, that shows up. Nice.
Damn! That's awesome.
I hope he doesn't actually have that code. Oh. What?
Someone else got the last shot on.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were high up, you dove down and attacked, and now you're low. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go for someone that's trailing just in this big line.
Got you. Go for someone behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about a team?
It's something, yeah.
Hey, fuck it.
That is...
They took him to ground.
Yeah, that was a curb stomp.
See, that's where the issue ends up being, is that I don't have a lot of speed being on a biplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the battles...
Hey! Yep,
I got killed and crashed into it at the same time.
Yeah.
That was odd.
That's overachievement, man.
Yeah.
You really showing us how it's done.
So, are the games split up by the class of planes? This is all biplanes if you want to play?
It won't necessarily be biplanes. It'll be done by your battle rating. So, underneath a number for a given type of game you're playing, realistic, arcade, every plane has a battle rating. They'll take the highest plane you'll have with some sort of knockdown for the rest of the airplanes in your slots. Usually
okay.
realistic, it'll just pick whatever plane you pick.
Gotcha.
And you'll be in a battle rating with +1 or -1.
Gotcha.
It'll randomly expand it based on if you can't find enough people, but usually.
But they
you'll
try
be
and
in
stick
+1,
together.
yeah,
And so, maybe I misheard. Did you say battle rating is a combination of the plane you're flying and your history plane, like your?
No, it's battle rating is your plane you're flying, and then the other slots you have.
Oh, okay.
The 2 or 3
Gotcha.
planes you might have.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah,
purely based on your loadout. Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. So I noticed you have a coat-like pilot here, or like a
Little
coat
gunner?
Yeah. Okay, that was what I wanted to ask about, and it actually does swivel.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty sick.
cool.
They've actually changed out this since the last time I played.
Can you
Usually it
shoot
was
your own rudder?
no,
Okay.
it's a dead zone. I tried.
Of course you tried.
Well, and in real life, they
actually
had
have
a
it so-
mechanism
yeah,
to
that's
try
not
and
really
Let you do
prevent.
that, yeah.
Not on every plane, though, as we saw
Yeah.
in Indiana Jones in the Last
Yeah.
Crusade.
Yes. That was amazing.
So this is a very slow bomber. Doesn't really do a whole lot.
Which one are you looking at?
The one I'm in right
Oh,
now.
that's
You got 4 bombs on you right now?
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah.
4 bombs, and I think it is the slowest bomber in the game.
Is it? Okay.
So
Your left
one of the
is
more
hanging out.
comical things I've seen is when people go into a jet fight, they'll have this in their loadout as well.
Because it looks like a plane. Like it looks. It's not that different looking from a fighter or an attack aircraft. Of
Well,
that time.
the when you're playing the jets, they're a lot bigger than you. They're also a lot faster, so they have a hard time trying to zero in on this guy.
Oh, I see. They'll blow past you before.
Yeah. I mean, one shot and you're probably done.
Yeah.
So there
But
is a
that's a hell of a shot
downside,
to make.
but it's a little harder to get that stable lock. with
Why is it
focus.
important to reduce speed?
You're already
Because
like.
I'm zooming down. I'm way over its top speed.
Yeah,
okay.
you're at 129 miles an hour.
Yeah. So you can see how slow this plane is.
It's
Yeah.
a brick comparatively.
Yeah. Yeah, 130
It's almost.
was not our max speed while flying. Like,
No, not even. Yeah, we were easily doing that. Like, for like 150. Well,
Yeah,
you got 3 targets. Hey, that's worth it. That's a good experience. Critical speed.
Oh, my gunner died. That's why I couldn't gun.
Okay.
was that what you were trying to do? Was flip?
Oh, so your gunner can independently die from your pilot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, your crew has its own abilities.
That's interesting.
So you have to train your crew, your gunners, your repair, maintenance guys.
Do you have a favorite plane in the game?
I have a mix of them.
Okay.
Not one specific one.
So you have your favorite for a task.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I want to bomb and also try to fight, it's a B-25. It has guns in the front.
Yeah.
If I want to go do some, not a like nimble, but decent amount of firepower type of fighting, there's a German plane called a BF-109.
Yeah.
For a lot of what like Kevin Drew and I do for our kind of teammate fighting, we use a P-40. They're not the most agile, but can have a lot of firepower, and they're good stable planes.
Gotcha.
For backing each other up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm kind of a World War II pleb, so like
I'm
I know the Zero.
I'm nothing on any of you.
I'm a fan of the Spitfire, but like I think everyone kind of is.
Yeah.
Um,
That's the one with Sawtooth. Like, I'm just trying to think of like the
it's
classic,
the
like,
it's would you say it's the like archetypical British fighter?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Very much of their
Critical
normal
hit. You got
design.
accurate. No, that was a critical. You landed on somebody. I hope it wasn't red.
Oh yeah.
Hey, yeah, clear.
Was that a?
It was going for ground targets.
They were in that like track.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
so there's like the what am I envisioning here? It's like kind of an
Artillery.
olive drab green with like the shark tooth like face
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
side
yeah.
of it. That's the Spitfire, yes. Like is
Yeah,
that what I'm
a
thinking
version
of,
of it.
basically?
How many people are in a battle?
It's usually
at a time?
16 on 16 at the lower levels.
So it could
Realistic,
be
it's
up to
less.
4 squads.
Yeah, and often they'll just do 2-man squads. The game automatically assigns you like 2-man squads usually, not more.
Gotcha.
You can
What's
bring
up?
in
So
bigger
do you have a
squads.
squad mate right now?
I was gonna say, were we in a squad we just didn't know it?
I do not actually. I didn't assign them.
Like, say we're good enough at the mechanics to start worrying about strategy.
Yeah.
What do we start thinking about? Like, do you pair up and watch each other? Like,
Yeah, so
That just
arcade
happens.
it's a little harder.
yeah,
because everything's
it's kind of
chaotic.
a free for all.
Yeah, but in realistic, you would want to take off together, follow each other. Maybe one goes a little higher, the other one stays a little lower as a bait. essentially, of sorts.
Gotcha.
Just keep talking to each other, making sure you're near each other, and if you're seeing enemies, call them out to each other.
Gotcha.
In arcade, it's more of a, hey, I think I'm going to go for this guy. Okay, I'll follow you.
Yeah.
And then maybe you trail behind them, or you stay a little bit up ahead, or on top. Make sure there's no one else going for them, too. They are. Slightly. They have one more grab target. So I'm going to go help out.
Fix that.
That guy.
G-bad. Okay. Yeah, that means something.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
Well, it's right. It's dependent on the momentum, the velocity and direction of the enemy plane. So as they maneuver more, which they're trying to do to avoid
They're trying to make that thing.
that circle is going to compensate for it.
Uh-oh.
We won.
Oh, hey!
sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to? Is there a mission you could play where it's like one of the bigger bombers? Can you do?
Yeah. So the other squad or loadout that I set up, I didn't realize I didn't do a whole lot on this plane. Cool.
Hmm.
So the loadout I set up for the U.S. for a little mid-tier battle.
Hey, there's that
Hey.
P-38.
Yeah.
David Bomber.
The B-25.
Well, okay, so you were showing us earlier before the episode that there was like that dual cockpit one that's like two separate things.
Yeah.
That is the gnarliest looking plane ever.
Also, there are some bigger bombers too, if you're familiar with the B-29s.
Oh, nice.
Hey, that's cool.
There's usually a B-29 at the Dayton Air Show. I think.
Yeah.
Not the air show, the museum definitely though.
I thought they had. Well, maybe it was just the 1 year.
Maybe it was just
That's
Yeah.
kind of the design I'm thinking of every time. But
They did like a simulated
thinking,
bomber
like-
run. Oh,
So your B-57,
yeah.
nice.
your P-80s. Where's the F-80? There it is.
Yeah, that thing is nuts. Like that looks.
Yeah,
really
it's
crazy.
essentially two planes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why?
So it's they were trying to get a longer range plane going together.
Yeah.
So they have one as a navigator, one as a pilot. I think the left one is the pilot.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
I got the add-on that I upgraded to for the.
But
good
I'm wondering
machine gun pod.
why the separation? Like, why not just have it like
A
one
new
cockpit?
plane
but, like,
design.
well, like
I think it
Well,
was
'cause
more they
now-
could just
Okay.
make an existing plane.
Yeah,
new one.
it's a supply chain issue. They have the factories set up to make those planes
okay,
already.
it's easier to make it in that format because I was
Yeah.
like, we have planes today that have two guys in the same cockpit. Why
Yeah.
not just do that?
I'm not as
Yeah.
knowledgeable, but I would be willing to bet it was a wartime decision. They needed
Yeah.
to get a new
Just-
plane out in like
Record
8
time.
months
Yeah.
instead of 5 years or whatever.
Okay.
And they're like, okay,
We can't redesign.
we
the
can
whole
leverage
thing.
these
Yeah.
designs. We know the analysis behind these planes.
I just thought they wanted more privacy. Whatever. You know, it's a long trip. You guys,
Yeah,
you guys have
you
needs.
can put up a little curtain.
Yeah, yeah, don't look at
in
me.
your cockpit. Turn off
Maybe
the
they're fighting.
radio.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, how are you?
One
What
guy
are you
had
doing
more
today?
gas than the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 But yeah.
I see that now. Okay, it's just easier to like solder two,
Yeah.
like weld two wings together and just say, yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
just do it.
They,
They had
they,
their-
they leverage all their other designs. They
Well, they
only
had
have
to change a couple of things still.
Yeah.
Which was a little. I was reading about this a while ago. The two aircraft on the side, or the two propellers on the sides, they had to rotate. They had to change the way they rotated.
Yeah, otherwise there
they-
was going to be a vibratory effect.
Well, if they rotate in the same direction,
It would pull.
then it would pull off to one side because of like elements and stuff.
Yeah.
Then they had the propellers rotate inwards, so
that
they'd
would
be
probably
going.
pull you down.
Well, what ended up happening is there was some drag effect that they were worried about, and so then they had to change it to rotate outwards, so there wasn't a mix of drag and stuff going on. It was.
I can see that. If they're rotating inwards,
Yeah,
there'd be
it
a
creates
pull
that
effect.
weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it creates that weird rift there. Yeah.
Okay, so we are flying a.
P-25 bomber.
Yeah.
They came in different versions. This one has machine guns in the front.
So that front
That's
guy's
neat.
a gunner.
Yeah.
Then behind him on top is the pilot.
Yeah,
Two
so
pilots.
pilot. This is the gunner and
Got an
I
entire
think the
crew, yeah.
navigator as well,
Yeah.
Bombardier. And you have the
Is the-
navigator, the pilot,
The guy on top is a gunner or the
gunner,
bomber.
gunner,
You're gunner?
Gunner.
Dang! There's a whole platoon in there.
sides,
Yeah.
Seriously, it's a gun show.
and then my own controls that are not gunners. So the 4 in the front plus this one little one in the back or in the front as well.
So your goal here is you're going to climb above everyone else and just drop bombs on the ground targets, or okay.
Yep, you see those bases?
Yep.
So that's a
There we
different
go.
mechanic I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you so being right? you kind of grew up loving planes, kind of like me. I know, like, because of my age when I grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
To me, like, the F-22 is sexy and new.
Yeah.
But the F-18 is kind of what
The classic,
holds like a special place in my heart.
The 14 Top Gun was big because of fucking Top Gun. I grew up with, like, my older cousins worshipped that fucking movie for the longest time, so therefore I had to as well.
Yeah, like my older brother also the F-14, and for him,
it's the one I heard the most.
Is it the F-15? Because of Transformers.
Yeah.
Starscream was an F-15.
Yeah.
So like a lot of those kids that grew up in the early '80s, like
super into
that was the cool,
the mid-teens. Yeah.
Oh, did you not pack bombs?
I did.
Okay, because it's out of bomb.
Whoops.
Oh, hey.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool. You can just watch
You just watch that happen? Oh,
that's
shit.
sweet.
You can check on it.
Is there a timer that
wonder
says
we won World
time
War
to
II.
impact
That's great
or anything?
technology.
No.
No.
You'll just see you affected base this much when the bombs drop.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Can you just go back to him real quick?
Do you have is there like a typical,
okay.
like, do you know how effective you're, like,
It won't-
expected?
I think these are 1,000-pound bombs, so they won't
Okay.
be as
Base damaged.
great, but decent enough.
Oh, they actually have.
Is that circles the health bar?
Base damaged. Base damaged. Base destroyed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Either I was not the only one, or these bases were a lot lighter than I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So
Do you
now
have
they're-
guards? Are there teammates that should be protecting you? Like, are you squatted up with?
Yeah, so like
He's
depending
not
on,
doing his fucking job.
there's no objective for them to do it because you don't get points necessary for escorts.
Yeah.
But I have played in the past with like other people that I'm like actually talking on the phone with or something where
Yeah.
we've coordinated it.
But they have to keep you alive because you're the guy that destroyed you.
One of the
You're the
many.
one that completes the objective, right?
How
Yeah,
many
so you
Star
can
Fox
see
references do you make per match?
I don't make a whole lot of them. Because in this plane I could try barrel rolls, but that's more of an aileron roll.
I was say, yeah. I was gonna say, like, what we think of barrel rolls aren't actually barrel rolls. The average rate.
This is a barrel roll
Yeah.
with the elevator involved.
Yeah.
But they also throw this plane a lot of sorts.
Yeah.
Because like the typical barrel rolls you actually do in Star Fox aren't actually barrel rolls, as far as I can tell. Like they are what you said.
Aileron rolls.
Yeah. So like it's
The
inaccurate.
ailerons are those big ones.
Yeah.
The one fun part about this game though is when you're playing arcade mode, you can't overspeed. So if I wanted, I could theoretically dive bomb in this sort of bomber.
Crap.
But you're not really supposed to.
Yeah. It's not. It's
But
not.
it
meant
can
for
be
that.
done in this
Yeah.
particular.
I've done in
physics-light
ground fighters
situation.
before. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because you can't really roll all that well in this plane, so you just kind of have to. You have that commitment issues essentially.
Yeah. Oh god. Stay on target.
So do you
Stay on
wait for
target.
Crosshair to line up, or are
Yeah,
you?
I
No,
wait
no, no.
for the
He waits for
crosshair.
Obi-Wan to tell him to trust his feelings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Turn off your set.
That is the dumbest thing ever. Turn off your advanced spacefaring targeting computer. Don't do it.
All right.
Use your eyes.
Oh,
Now
you
the
win.
next objective is to get the airfield.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna dig her
That's cool. So you've got your green smoke going on there.
Mm-hmm.
I like the trails that it leaves, but is there a reason why those are a thing?
It's kind of the douchebaggy.
You're like, hey, you guys.
Is it like
shit.
teabagging after you kill someone?
For me,
you
it's
let
like
off
a
smoke?
hey, I'm here.
Yeah, come get me.
Come get me.
Now, in real life, is there a reason? Or is that just for like?
No,
show?
that's just air shows.
Yeah.
I wonder who came up with that idea to just say, hey, you know what we should do? Have like ribbons on the ends of our wings here.
I mean, it's probably someone who is like the crowd
Yeah,
wants
crowd.
more stuff for their.
Yeah.
their-
But like, I wonder how like the mindset, like, what, 270s, like, has like, who came up with the engineer? Like, you know, like, we need more. Well, what should we do? Like, and then they like figured out like how it works.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of substance and materials it was going to require. If I stare at an invention long enough, I'm like, who the fuck was the first guy to like, I can make a fork. Like,
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it always comes down to, right, there's a problem someone's trying to solve. So you got to think about, okay, the fork was, we want to grab things without getting our hands dirty. someone was a clean freak, and everyone else in the family was fine using 3 fingers to pick up their meat.
Or like chopped it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing with that mentality of like, you know, the safety warnings, like don't consume this obviously a non-consumable object.
Yeah.
But like, who was the first person to come up with the idea of like, I need this to happen? So
Well, the safety warnings I think are a little different.
That's-
because the legal team's
But I'm
job
thinking about the
is
first
to be
person
super
yeah,
paranoid.
Yeah.
So like they tell you on, you know, whatever appliance or anything, like, hey, we
Yeah.
Hey, remember how we were talking about different airplanes?
yes.
Yeah.
So this is kind of used as a target training airplane at one point.
You mean the
Yeah,
bright-
that's the color scheme,
Yeah, I
right?
was
To
like,
help you sight it better.
Well, and
Yeah,
then
I was gonna say, the
Russia
bright
took a
yellow
lot of
lights
these,
directly.
essentially this type of airplane, and they started doing like through the Lend-Lease program.
Is this what we were training them on over in, was that like somewhere in Washington, right? Or Oregon, when we were training Russian pilots in World War II?
That might have been it.
Yeah.
So you see these little lines in the middle of the aircraft, that horizontal line.
Yeah.
That's the engine. This is a mid-engine airplane, so it's happening behind the
you're like
pilot.
city, yeah. I was like,
It had some. We didn't really use it in the U.S. Air Force. Didn't really use a whole lot of them because it threw off some of their flight characteristics.
Yeah.
But Russia really liked it because you had a lot of firepower. You had 12 millimeters on the side. That big one in the middle is a 37 millimeter cannon,
Shit.
and then you also have 12s on top, right there.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
I just love this
Yeah.
view, man.
So in simulator mode,
And you
you
This
can
is
buy,
all you have.
you can break your neck and look right behind you.
Well, the cool thing is, right, they'll have the monitors set up, and then you can buy a head tracker,
Yeah.
which clips onto your headset or whatever, and then you're not controlling the head with the mouse, you're looking at
like-
different stuff.
Yeah, I think this would be a really cool game with like an Oculus or a Vive
Yeah.
or something like this.
I wonder, is there a VR version yet?
They're compatible with a Vive at least.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I played Valkyrie on Max's 5. That
Yeah.
was super fun.
Yeah.
Like I can't speak to the game's depth, but like just being able to like pull like create. Oh no.
Maybe I should have just stayed in Bond.
Right.
If the game hadn't ended that quickly,
Yeah, you
within
would've gotten
one
that guy.
shot, that
Would've been
37
it.
millimeter knocked off the wing.
Mm-hmm.
I was digging around a little too much. With
Well,
We were
we're
also
going to have
probably
to end this
distracted.
episode on your failure.
Yeah, unfortunately. But we'll be back.
Sorry
I
about
am
that.
totally not
Yeah.
done with this game yet.
Yeah.
Plus
Thanks for playing with us, everyone.
All right, guys. Later.